What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. NFL Week 16, just like I've done for the whole entire season. In today's video, I'm going to go over every single game this week and get you my predictions. Guys, last week, up on the whiteboard winner, Baltimore minus 14.5. Another cash. Somebody's going to have to put down in the comment section, when was the last time I missed a whiteboard winning free pick? You see my record overall, guys, 21 wins, only 8 losses season to date. This football season, that is impressive stuff. That's almost a 73% winning percentage. As long as you've swung by the channel, kept your unit size the same, and have taken my official whiteboard winning free picks on a weekly basis, you'd have a nice pile of change in your pocket. So hopefully you guys appreciate that. Definitely subscribe to my channel, drop a like on the video. Of course, I got you guys another whiteboard winning free pick in today's video. Last week, guys, the ladder challenge, day one, taking $1,000 to $25,000. A missed extra point. I mean, there was a lot of other factors, turnovers, injuries on the offense, like Waddle went down for Miami. That really hurt their offense. Look, moral of the story, Miami falls just short, 32 points on the board. We needed 33 points to cash our day one ticket. Look, I'm not against running it back. We're starting to run out of time. We really needed that one here in mid-December. We have until the end of 2024. I am open to running it back. You guys got to show your support, though. You got to really let me know that you want me to run it back. I will try again. I will try to take $1,000 into $25,000 before this year comes to a close. So let me know in the comment section, do you want me to run it back? And drop a like on the video. You guys almost got that initial video last week to 500 likes. It was somewhere around 470 or 460. If you guys can just get 300 likes on today's video, I'll run back the ladder challenge. I will show up this week with an even more improved, better, more refined ticket, and we'll get off to the races. We might even try to get done 2 days for just this weekend. So let me know in the comment section. Let me know with the like buttons if you guys want me to run back the ladder challenge. It was an excellent week in premium, guys. I went 5-2 in college basketball last week, up almost 2.5 or 2 3/4 units. NFL, we add on to the total. The last 2 weeks, I'm 9-7. Up closing in on 20 units. This past weekend, we actually had a losing record. We had a couple more losses than wins, but we know where to put our money. I've done this a long time. We had some big plays. You guys can see another max play cashes, a money line parlay that really helped out and got us in the profit for the week. So we add a few more units onto the total, about 2.3 units of profit. Not a record. We didn't set the world on fire. We did last week. I mean, I went 6-1 in the NFL last week, but hey, another profitable week. We made profit in college basketball. We made profit in NFL. College football is back this week. It is another massive week. We're going to bet college football all week long. We have NFL this week on Thursday, on Saturday, on Sunday, and Monday. We have the college football playoff. We have a great slate of college hoops. If you guys want access to all my premium picks, link in the description. Can't recommend it enough. I've really only had one bad day in about the last 2.5 months. It was 2 weeks ago. College football took a pretty big L after going almost 2 months straight of winning in college football. So threw a little bit of money back there, but you guys can see on the bottom of the screen, still up in profit in college football. So looking for a huge week with all these sports in the mix this week. A great time to hop on the client list if you're not on there already. Place an order. It doesn't matter what you get, the weekly package, monthly, it does not matter. I will add you to the text list, and anytime I'm going to submit a wager of my own, you'll get the text right to your phone. The play, the odds of the play, and how many units to put on each one. Can't recommend it enough, guys. We're just locked in, and you know, some weeks are better than others, but we just continue to just add to the tally. Units are stacking. It's a great time. Holiday season. Love to see it, guys. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. NFL Week 16. Let me bring up FanDuel, as I usually do, and we'll start going through these games. Let's go, man. NFL Week 16. This is a really good one. This time of year is super profitable on NFL. You really start to find some sweet spots of teams that care about games, some don't care about games. Some teams just need a win. They don't care about winning by margin. Injuries, teams that have already locked up certain seeding. There's a lot of X factors that go into these remaining weeks of the NFL season. You want to be with somebody who's been through it. I'll get you guys some winning tickets. Here we go. NFL. Thursday football. Denver Broncos and Chargers. A 3-point spread. Man. Well, the Chargers didn't look great against the Bucks, but I think the Bucks are underrated. I mean, that was a great spot for the Bucks. Disappointed that I didn't actually end up sending that play out. I had it written down. I just, when I went through my checklist on all the stuff that I need to see for me to actually place a wager, I had like 8 out of 10 boxes checked off, and I just couldn't quite do it. It was a road game. Chargers off, I just couldn't quite do it, but should have. But I think I'm going to go back and fade the Chargers again here. I think we're going to take the 3 points with the Broncos. The only thing that makes me a little bit spooked is Bo Nix probably comes back down to earth. The Broncos are not at home. They don't have that advantage. And let's be honest, if you're a scoreboard watcher, if you didn't actually watch the game, you would not understand how that Colts-Broncos game went. One of my premium picks last week was the Colts, plus 4.5. And I thought that was the right side. They completely melted down. They were covering, if not winning that game, if they just kept it clean. And I was really disappointed, unable to cash that particular ticket. But I think I'm going to come back here with this Broncos team that has fight. Maybe they do lose, but we're going to take the 3 points in this one. Texans, Chiefs, got to have an update on Mr. Mahomes, but I don't think he's going to go here. It's still a road game, still a Texans team that doesn't impress me. I thought the Dolphins were more bad than the Texans were good. I thought if the Dolphins had any type of competence in football, that they should have won that game over Houston. I don't know about Houston, man. They just don't look right. I know last year was super fun, and I just don't know how good they are. Regardless of the quarterback situation, it's still going to be a tough game. It's in Arrowhead. They got to play for that number 1 seed. Nothing's set in stone yet. I'm going to go ahead and go Texans here, but I'm going to go money line. I don't want to lay any sort of points on the road. I think this minus 130 or whatever the best price you can find on a money line is the way to go in that one. Pittsburgh and Ravens. This one is sort of tough. We got Pittsburgh off a loss, but at the end of the day, they're off a loss, right? The Ravens are kind of a cupcake win, right? You beat up on the bad football Giants. I think that was good. I think that was good for the Ravens. You come out of your bye week. Some teams are rusty. I know a lot of people say, oh, the bye week's good. A team will be nice and fresh off the bye week. Not really. Sometimes not playing football for an extra week can be a bad thing. So they got the rust off. They got back in the win column. They're feeling good. They're at home. And I like the Ravens here. I'm going to lay the points. I think the Steelers are just tremendously overrated. They were last week. I had a play on the Eagles spread. I had Eagles in the max play. I was all over the Eagles last week. I think I'm against Pitt again. I think Pitt getting 6.5 points in a huge rivalry game looks extremely enticing. And I do worry about the Ravens defense. I just think they can get the distance offensively. I'll lay the points with the Ravens as long as it's 7 or less. Browns, Bengals, tough one. I don't really know about the mentality of these teams. Despite, getting a couple wins here for the Bengals, they don't really seem happy. It's almost concerning. And the Browns, I mean, they're off a pretty bad game. They got their butt whooped at home. Now you go on the road. This is a rivalry as well. So I'm tempted to take the points here, and I think I'm gonna. I just cannot be laying 7 points with Cincinnati. I can't do it. I just cannot do it. They don't have a defense. I'll go ahead and take the Browns here at +7. This should be a pretty close game. Arizona and the Panthers, I'll lay it. Look, I think Carolina's little fun party, their little surge where they're playing better football and being competitive and stuff. I think it's over, man. They're still the Carolina Panthers. They stink. Arizona Cardinals in the playoff hunt need the game. They've had some decent performances on the road. A nice comeback over the Dolphins, I think I remember. I just think they're the far better football team. I just don't know how the Panthers should be inside of a touchdown here. I had a pretty good feeling about Arizona last week. They showed up at home. I think they're playing better football. I think they could go on a little bit of a run here. I'll lay the 4.5. I think Carolina might end up being a public underdog. I know the 4.5 looks very enticing. They're at home, but yeah, I mean, the time where I thought they were going to get a win, if they were going to get another win and look competent, was a Cowboys team coming off a deflating, brutal loss at home to Cincy. That was the spot for Carolina. They were a freaking favorite. Give me Arizona. Carolina's dead to me. Eagles Commanders 3.5 point spread. I'll lay it, man. 3.5. I just don't think it's enough here. I think it's going to be a close one, but I think the Eagles, I think they're going to be rolling. I think they're going to be rolling in this one. I don't trust Jaden Daniels and this Commanders team enough to really take 3.5 points. If you could give me like 6, if I could get 6, maybe I'd jump on the Commanders. But 3.5, you could probably even find a really, really juiced 3 out there at maybe like a -125 or something, just to get rid of that hook. I still don't think it matters. I think Philly probably wins by a touchdown here. I'll lay the points with the Eagles. New York Giants, Atlanta Falcons. How do we lay 9.5 with Atlanta? I mean, Kirk Cousins is just miserably bad. Are the Giants bad enough? Is one mediocre nail-biting win over the Raiders enough for this team to like start to play right? I guess with the running game, they could just grind the Giants into the ground and cover this number. I can't put my money on the Giants. I can't. I know laying 9.5 with Atlanta feels like suicide. I'll do it. Atlanta -9.5. I got to lay the points as long as it's single digits. The Giants, they're just so dead to me. And Atlanta's defense is actually okay. It's just Kirk Cousins who's just miserably bad. If they figure out the quarterback situation, Atlanta just goes boom, and they go from a bad team to a really good team instantly. So if they get good quarterback play this week, they're going to cover that number. Tennessee and the Colts, 4.5. Give me the points. I'm not laying 4.5 with this Colts team, man. No way. Absolutely no way. Titans, they just always find a way not to cover games. I get it. This is just pick your poison. This is just a terrible game. If you're betting on this, you need mental help. You should be in a hospital. This is not good. This is concerning. If you're considering betting on Tennessee and the Colts, unless you're a fan of either of the team or you're going to be at the game, this is very concerning. You need to see like a doctor very, very quickly. Call the number tomorrow. Set up an appointment. Get your head checked. I'll take the points. Lions, Bears. Give me the Bears. Give me the Bears, man. The Lions, they're in huge trouble. They're in huge trouble. Now, could you get an initial bump from all the freaking injuries? You know, guys trying to rally around their team and Dan Campbell trying to get that locker room as tight as he can possibly get it to try to squeeze, everything out of this Lions team that he can get. Look, it's still not enough. I think the Bears have a chance here. Bears at home, divisional game. It's going to be outside versus the Lions. This could be an upset. I think the Bears can beat the Lions. They damn sure should. They could have beaten the Lions on Thanksgiving. Should have. And I was calling for that upset. I'm going to call for it again. Give me the Bears. They're coming off a pretty bad game to the Vikings, but the Vikings are a good football team. Lions are absolutely decimated. Even Caleb Williams, he should be able to score on the Lions in this game. I like the Bears here. I'll take the 7. Rams, Jets. This is your whiteboard winning free pick of the week. I have 3.5. Let me check it. I mean, just between me uploading this video and pulling this up, I guess the 3.5 has become a 3. Let me see if there's any 3. Yeah, there's still one book out there at plus 3.5. It's actually -109 as well, which is a really good price. It's not even, juiced at -120 or something. So I'm going to stick with that, guys, for the video. I'll go ahead and stick with the Jets plus 3.5. Look, at the end of the day, guys, the Rams, they got a trip east. Jets off a win. Aaron Rodgers seems kind of happy again. Devontae Adams had a big game. Look, I'm not saying they're going to win, and they shouldn't. I mean, the season's over. You should just try to do as good as you can with the draft picks as possible. They could play spoiler. It's the holiday season. You're at home in New York. I don't know, man. Who are the Rams? Okay, so you beat a 49ers team that is just pathetic, weak, mentally weak. Bad coach, bad locker room, bad mojo over there, subpar game manager quarterback. I'm not impressed with the 49ers game. Was I surprised they won? Yes, but I'm not impressed. And at the same time, I thought they caught the Bills in the best possible scenario ever, man. They caught the Bills at the perfect time to get a win. Bills were even sitting some people in that game. So 2 nice wins. They're 8-6. They're firmly in the playoffs now. They're looking good. They're leading their division. They're only -3. Only a field goal to the Jets. This could be an upset as well. I'll take the 3.5 with the Jets. Again, make sure you shop around. If you do like the Jets, get that 3.5. Vikings, Seahawks here. It's a tough one. We're going to find out how mentally tough the Seahawks are. I've been kind of waiting for the Vikings to slip up here. I think this could be the spot. Are the Vikings a good football team? Yeah, they're good. Sam Darnold, does he still have the potential to screw up? Yeah, he does. I'm going to take the 3 with Seattle. I think this could be an upset as well. It might be one of those weeks, man. This could be the week where we just see a lot of carnage. I think this could be another one. Back-to-back home games for Seattle. They're on a nice winning streak. They dropped one of the Packers. Is what it is, man. It's the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay Packers are getting healthy. Great coach, great team. There's no shame in losing to the Green Bay football Packers. Shout out my cheeseheads. They're non-biased opinion. They are my favorite to make it to the Super Bowl over Philly from the NFC. I still think the Vikings are a fraud in terms of deep contender, and the injuries are too heavy for the Lions. So little side note there. I like my cheeseheads big time. I think we got a Packers-Bills date coming up in the Super Bowl, but that's for a different video. I'm taking the 3 with Seattle. I think they could probably win this game outright. The Vikings, good football team. Are they as good as a record? No, they're going to slip up eventually. I think that's probably the spot. The only argument is they're playing for a potential 1 seed, 1 or 2. I mean, they want to keep winning as well. So maybe that sense of urgency and just the football they've been playing, maybe it just continues, man. Maybe it just continues. I'll take the 3 with Seattle. Patriots, Bills, tough one. Tough one to predict. Really, really tough one to predict here. Bills should cover. They should. Are they 2 touchdowns better than the Patriots? Easily. It's still a rivalry. I'd have to look at the weather as well. I'm doing this video pretty early in the week. Maybe it's nasty weather out there in Buffalo. Maybe it's windy. Maybe it's low scoring. Look, the Bills are it's just win in advance. We've seen what the injuries have done to the Lions. God, it's a brutal letdown spot as well. I mean, you had a tough loss to the Rams, scored 1 million points. Scored 1 billion points, beat the Lions. Now you come home. Do you kind of exhale, decompress a little, but then have to play the Patriots at home? I mean, it's a comfortable win, man. Bills are winning the game. Nice, comfortable win for the Bills. Is it by over 14? I mean, are they going to win this game by like 17 or 20? They should. Even being half asleep, they should. I really think the Bills are a runaway train right now. Hard to believe the Patriots can keep it within 14.5. I'm taking the points. I'll take the 14.5 with the Patriots. San Fran, Miami. Oof. San Fran and Miami. God. San Fran and Miami. Oh, boy. I'm speechless. You guys have got to let me know in the comment section who you would take here. I'll take the 1.5 with San Francisco. This is what did I say earlier? If you were betting on the Titans and the Colts, you have a problem. If you're betting on this one as well, you have a significant problem. I'll take the 1.5 with San Fran. Jags, Raiders. Whoo, man. There's some good games this week, and there's some snooze fests. Interesting week of football. I'm really excited to bet this card. This is an interesting one, though. I like the fight from the Raiders. And, maybe O'Connell will be back. So I'd have to see the update on the quarterback situation for the Raiders. If it's going to be Aiden O'Connell, I'm going to go money line here, Raiders. I think Raiders are going to get the job done. It's tough, man. You could argue both teams are trying to lose. You could argue the winner of this game is the actual loser based on draft picks. Maybe look at the under in this game, under 40.5. Maybe it just ends up being like 17-14 or something, 16-13. I don't know. Not a whole lot of faith in either of these teams, but I'll go money line with Vegas at home. Sunday Night Football, Bucks, Cowboys. 3.5, man. Initially, it looks a little bit short. I think I'm going to take the points. At the end of the day, man, at the end of the day, the Bucks are not a team I want to lay points with, especially on the road. I just don't want to do it. I'm not going to do it. Even against the Cowboys, man. I don't have faith in this Bucks defense. Cowboys, still at home. Should be a good crowd. It's Sunday Night Football at Cowboy Stadium down at Jerry World. It's going to be a good crowd. It's going to be a good show. I think that's enough energy for them to be competitive. Could they pull the upset off? Sure. I think the Cowboys can win this game. Bucks off a huge blowout over the Chargers. But the Bucks need these games, man. They need these games. They need to hold an edge in their division. Nothing's set in stone yet. So They need the game. I just think laying 3.5 on the road with the Bucs is just a little bit too heavy here. The Bucs I want as a dog. I want them against a good team. I want them against the Lions. I want them against the Vikings. I want them against the Eagles, getting points in my back pocket with Baker Mayfield. That's when I want Tampa. I don't want to lay 3.5, especially Sunday Night Football against the Cowboys at home. And I get it. The home record for the Cowboys this year is disgusting, but they've been more competitive lately. Maybe it'll be similar to the Cincinnati game. They'll get their heart broken at the end. Baker will have a game-winning drive, but it won't be a walk-off touchdown. Maybe one of the Bucs players will actually slide, not be selfish to score, run out the clock, kick a field goal, win by 3. Bucs get the job done. Cowboys got the cover. I guess that's my official prediction for that one. And then Monday Night Football here, Saints and the Pack. Lay it. Lay it. You got a team from New Orleans playing in an indoor environment, going to Lambeau Field. Packers carrying some good mojo from Seattle. They come back home. I got to look at weather as well. I think it's going to be pretty cold on Monday. I was looking at the brief forecast over here where I'm at, so I'll have to look into a few more factors. But if it's under 2 touchdowns, I get the comeback. We all saw what happened with the Commanders, okay? But that doesn't surprise me. I think the Commanders are overrated. This line is a little bit short. There's 2 spreads this week that are massive. I think the favorites are 3 this week. If it's under 14, I'd have to lay the Packers. I'd have to lay it with the Packers. Ladder challenge. Do you want me to run it back? That's what I'm trying to say. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Just type run it back, whatever you got to do. Let me know. Encourage me and drop a like on today's video, guys. 300 likes. I need to see that you guys are committed to this. I will put the effort in to get a more refined ticket this week. And like I said, we might split it up and try to hit 2 of the first days this week alone to get back on pace from where we were last week. But this is it. It's either going to be this time or we're done with this. I might do it in college basketball sometime in late winter or something for fun if I feel like it. But for now, for football, for this end of year, for this end of 2024, $1,000 to $25,000 challenge. If you want to see me take one more shot at this thing, blow this video up. Let me know in the comment section. Otherwise, you know what to do. The link to my website is in the description. You see my numbers. I print money. Are there losing tickets in the mix? Yes, it's sports betting. You guys got to be real about this. I win a lot more than I lose. I put money in a lot of people's pockets. You can't cancel subscriptions on a bad week, a bad day. You can't get flustered. I send out the units with all the picks, man. If you can just copy the text and stick with the program, you'll be in good shape. Your bankroll will be growing. So looking forward to another great week of college basketball, college football, and NFL. I'll see you in the next video.